The Western Hemisphere Institute for Security Cooperation, better known as the School of the Americas, is a combat training school for soldiers from Latin America. It is located on American soil near Columbus, Georgia at Fort Benning. It has trained 64,000 soldiers and is better known as the School of the Assassins. It was originally opened in 1946 in Panama, but was moved to the U.S. in 1984. The Panama Canal Treaty. Soldiers are trained in sniper training, interrogation, and torture tactics, as well as types of warfare which include psychological. Hundreds of thousands of people have been killed, tortured, raped, or forced into refuge because of these graduates. There are many notorious graduates. Some have been accused of human rights violations and have been tried and convicted, while others walk free today. Graduates have brought violence to many Central and South American countries. In El Salvador, Colonel Francisco del Cid Diaz gave the order in 1983 to have 16 people executed. The OAS Inter-American Commission on Human Rights said he should be brought to justice, but he was at the School of the Americas in 2003. Captain Roberto Davison planned and ordered the assassination of Archbishop Oscar Romero. Romero was an activist for the poor, and a gunman shot and killed him during Mass. His death sparked international outrage. In 1981, more than 800 civilians were killed during the Salvadorian Civil War in El Mozote. Killed by a military battalion led by Lieutenant Colonel Domingo Monterosa Barrios. He was a graduate of the School of the Americas. He ordered this massacre of civilians. Another graduate of the School of the Americas was Guatemalan dictator Rios Montt, who seized power in the 1982 coup. During his reign, accounts of rape, torture, executions, as well as genocide against the indigenous population occurred. More than 200,000 Guatemalans were killed. In Mexico, the Zetas drug cartel hired ex-Mexican soldiers to be their security force and promote violence around the area. Some of these soldiers were graduates of the School of the Americas. These soldiers have caused immense violence all over Mexico. Many union leaders and Labor Party organizers were among the victims of the graduates. Organizations such as School of America's Watch have set up protests and rallies in order to have the school closed. Victims and families of victims have spoken out against the violence and suffering that graduates from the School of the Americas have caused. Graduates have operated in countries all over Central and South America. This organization has sponsored a public demonstration protest at Fort Benning, and in 2005 it drew 19,000 people. This protest coincides with the anniversary of the assassination of 6 Jesuit priests in El Salvador in 1989 by graduates of the School of the Americas. The school continues to operate today, and the U.S. government has no intention of closing it, despite outcry from Latin American countries who have been affected by the training that the U.S. has provided. The U.S. must take responsibility for the training, support, and power that it gave to soldiers who then committed horrific atrocities. This training has destroyed many lives and continues to cause immense pain. Americans must stand together to ensure the immediate closure of the School of the Americas. Something must be done. The Western Hemisphere Institute for Security Cooperation, better known as the School of the Americas, is a combat training school for soldiers from Latin America. It is located on American soil near Columbus, Georgia at Fort Benning.